Hello, everyone. Today we have a really smart guy. His name is Shajeel. I digitally met him on a Facebook group called Vibe Coding for Life, I think. And he's a pretty smart guy. I like his posts. I followed his YouTube channel. And today he's going to show us something. What are we going to learn today, Shajeel?
Recently, OpenAI published a new tool. They had a pretty good conference where they introduced so many tools, and a couple of them are Agent Builder and ChatKit. And they are like really, really good in terms of building your own chatbot that can be used not only on your website, but maybe you can vibe code it into a digital product and sell a subscription out of it. So we are gonna talk about that.
Sounds good. And it's the hot item right now. Quick question before we start. What would be the difference between, what we used to build like the chat bots on the website and what the chat kit has on OpenAI?
Yeah, so previously everything had to be combined and then we had the final chatbot. So for example, you had to develop the interface first. The second thing was you need to manage the state of the conversation. You need to store the conversation somewhere. Thirdly, you need to, let's say if you want to create a chatbot that understands your internal knowledge or private documents, then you had to develop a vector database and then connect your chatbot with that particular vector database so that it can generate customized answers. And also, let's say if you had to connect your chatbot with third-party tools like maybe you had a custom CRM or maybe a Google Calendar or web, then all of these things were possible by writing code. And also, it might take a lot of time for you. Recently, what OpenAI has developed is something that is really crazy because all of these things that I just mentioned can be achieved in just 5 to 10 minutes. In their live demo, they shown us how they can develop a really complex chatbot that understands their internal documents and present schedule in the UI in form of widgets in the chat. And all of that can work on your own website. So it's really, really amazing and really, really powerful.
Sounds very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing it with us today. So let's jump into it. Let's see it.
What we are gonna do is I'm gonna show you a small little demo that how these things work, and maybe you can also try on your side. And I already developed a simple chatbot and already embedded it into my website. So first of all, I'm gonna show you a demo of that, and then we are going to jump into actually building it. So this is my website, shajeelafzal.com. And here, what I did, I just took 2 minutes to embed this particular chatbot on my website. I recently did a change. Hopefully it doesn't it doesn't break. Just before starting the this live session, I was doing some changes. So maybe that's why it's not loading yet. But let me show you internally how it looks like and show you actually how it works. So here I have two chatbots. First of all, this link is something that you need to go and log in with your Gmail or email. It's not on ChatGPT. If you want to access this particular feature that we are talking about, that is Agent Builder, you need to go on platform.openai.com/agent dash builder. And here you need to click on create to create a new bot, but we have some templates as well that are available from OpenAI. But here I already developed a simple chatbot, so I'm gonna show you that. If we click on this one, it's gonna load this one, and here is a simple chatbot that is very similar to what we had on already in the N810. So, for example, we have some nodes here on the left side. These are called nodes, and then we connect these nodes to create something useful. So, for example, here it is saying whenever the conversation starts, then we are going to query, we are going to rewrite whatever the prompt is to improve the question from the user, and then we are going to classify it as a Q&A or fact finding, and based on that we are going to execute that particular agent. So this might sound little complex, but to be honest, it's very, very simple that you can try out yourself, even if you don't have any experience with all of these things before. So here is what I developed. So for example, in the start, the previous one that I was showing to you was a template from OpenAI, but this one is I just developed in a couple of minutes. So first node is start, and then we have something called guardrails. Guardrails are something that check whether the input is something that is good enough to be passed on to AI to process and get the answer. In the next step, I am checking if the input length is not that long. If it is not that long, then I am going to send it to the agent to generate the reply. Otherwise, I am going to send it to something else. So now
Hmm.
let's develop a very simple bot from the start. So are you guys ready?
Yes. Quick question: does it have to be
Yeah.
OpenAI LLM, or you could connect different agents in on there?
So at this moment, right now, only OpenAI models are available, but you are not limited to OpenAI models. There are workarounds for this one as well. So I'm going to talk about that as well along the way. So let's start with the simple AI bot. So let's say we have, whenever we click on new or create, we come up with this particular UI, and we see two nodes. Let's click on start. So whenever we click on a node, we see its information panel on the right side. So it says start, define the workflows, input variables, and this is the default input variable that we see from OpenAI. So the information that we will get from the user will be stored in this particular variable, that is input as text. And then this input as text variable is gonna be sent to the agent. Now this agent is something that is coming from these nodes, and once we click on this, we see its information panel, and it provides a lot of things. So first of all, we can name it. Let's say we name it based on Rabih channel or AI agent. Okay. And here we are going to provide its instructions. It's like system prompt that the bot is going to follow and generate the replies based on that. So let's say we say you are a helpful Rabbi assistant who is supposed to answer about his YouTube channel and also his digital products. Here is the YouTube channel link. So can I quickly get the YouTube channel link so that it
Yeah,
is
sure.
easy I can
I'll
copy
drop it.
paste it? Yeah.
I'll drop it in.
So what you will see that whatever instructions we give it to it, it is gonna follow that and generate the answer based on that. This is Rabi's channel, then we are going to copy paste the channel link here. And now just like that, we are going to click save. And then here we have more options. So for example, do you want to include chat history whenever users send a message? Yes, we want to do that because otherwise it will not be something really useful. And other than that, we have all the OpenAI models available that we can use from here. So for example, if we want to use 4o for this particular example, because it will not cost much, because
Hmm.
if you will use GPT-5 for such examples and embed it on a website or make it public, then definitely it will cost you more because GPT-4o and GPT-5 have different prices. So definitely think about this one. GPT-5 can be more powerful, but it will cost you more. So I'm going to go with GPT-4o mini because this is the cheapest, but it will perform
It will do the job,
on average
basically.
really good. You will do the job. Yeah. Next we have some more options. So for example, do you want to include some tools? This is really interesting. So let's say if you want to include web search, then this bot is gonna do the web search as well to generate the answer. This is so interesting, but let's ignore all of these but test it out
I got,
first.
I'm
So if
sorry, I
you
just got a quick technical question for the tools. You could I see there's an MCPs, so you could connect. Have you ever connected any MCP servers, and or it could connect
Yeah,
anything out
so
there?
this is something that is really, really good that we can connect any MCP server here. We have some built-in MCP servers as well that we can choose from here, but we can use third-party MCP servers as well. So if we know their HTTP URL, or if they are hosted somewhere else, or if they are hosted on our N8N, then we can use them here. But just to start with, I'm not going to touch this. Maybe in the next example, we are going to touch the
Yeah,
MCPs as well.
not,
They
not
they they
today.
are the game changer.
It is a game changer, and the possibilities is really, really big, guys.
E-
So the MCP
Exactly.
you could connect, there's data SEO. If you're into SEO, you could do research. There's a lot of companies out there, they have MCPs. Think about it. If you don't know what's the MCP, but you understand what's an API call, it's a little bit similar to what the API call, I mean, what the MCP does to like similar to API call. Is that correct?
That's 100% correct. And the unique thing is that AI deterministically, AI, determines it on its own that whether it is gonna call this MCP or not. So, for example, if we have Google Calendar MCP connected, and our user says, "Tell me all the available time slots," then it is gonna automatically choose the Google Calendar MCP, and then automatically gonna fetch the available time slots and then tell it to the user. So that's how powerful it is. You can think about it as a WordPress plugin. If you are into WordPress, it's just like plugin. You have some ready-made functionality that can connect to other tools, and you just need to press one button and install. Or you can think about it as a mobile application in your phone. So if you want to extend functionality of your phone, you install some apps and then you are good to go. So that's how it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Possibilities are a lot, guys.
So let's test this out at this stage. If you want to test it out, we have preview button. We just click on this one. If we click on this one, then we can say hi, and let's see how it responds. In the left hand side, you can see that shows the colors as well, which node is being executed. So right now it responds as Rabih AI agent. Hello, how can I assist you today? Are you interested in learning more about Rabih's YouTube channel or his digital product? So this is 100% exactly how we trained it, at least in a very basic prompt that I shown to you. That here we entered that you need to be Ravi's AI assistant, and you need to, talk about that. This is how it is. So let's try it out one more time. Now we can try asking what was the latest YouTube video from him. So let's see if it works or not. I can't access because this AI agent is just an LLM that can reply. Think of it as a chat GPT in 2023. I mean, it could only generate the reply based on the input. It could not take action, but we are going to make it take actions as well. Certainly go on his YouTube channel and generate the reply. There are two ways to do that. We can enable the web search, or we can
Uh,
add the MCP as well. So if
okay.
we just enable the web search, it is probably going to work, but not 100%. But if we can enable the YouTube MCP, and then it can work 100% correctly. But maybe let's see if we can enable it now. But I want to show you one more thing, and that
Yeah.
is I can say, my name is Shajeel. And let's say if we send this message, and now it understands that what is my name. So I can ask what is my name. I just want to show you because we had checked to include the history of the conversation. That's why it is able to understand the previous messages and reply based on that. As you see, if I said, "What is my name?" then it is saying, "Your name is Shadil," because it understands the previous conversation. This is so interesting because it manages the conversation history and the threads as well separately whenever we embed it into our website. But let's close this and let's make it even more powerful. Here, I am going to enable the web search first so that it has all the knowledge about real-time world. So whenever you enable this, it shows you this pop-up, and you can specify country as well if you want to you specify user location. So let's say Rabi's audience is gonna be in the US, I guess. So we are gonna select this one. We can specify the state as well, but we can ignore that for now. And then the search context sizes, we have three options for this: high, medium, and low. So let's say we are fine with the medium, because if we specify medium, then it is gonna use, let's say, 10 to 15 web pages to analyze the information and generate the answer based on that. But if we specify high, then it is gonna use more tokens. Let's say if we do so, then let's try the same query again. What is the latest video from Rabih's channel? Let's send this. Let's see how it works. One thing is that you can see the interface is very similar to what we have on ChatGPT. It's 100% same. And if we embed it on our website, then you will see that it is just like how the ChatGPT is. Now, it did the search, but it could not find the latest video, maybe because of the URL, but you got the idea that this is
Yeah.
how it is going to work. So let's say what's the current price of BTC. I'm not sure what it is, but let's see if it is able to find the real-time price. Do a Google search as well. It's 119. Yeah, it's 100% correct. 119 something. And that's how it is. I mean, it goes to the internet and find the correct information with just simple modification that we did, that we enabled the web search tool. So are we good so far, Ravi?
Yes, we're good. I mean, right now this is basically, it doesn't scrape but there's a lot of MCPs. There's a lot of solutions that you could go with and be able to scrape the data of a YouTube or a link, right? Then what would you do after, this is a workflow? What would be the difference between N8N? I mean, this looks simpler.
It looks the simpler version of the N8N.
Yes, it looks simpler. I mean, I have a theory, and people, some of the people like they don't agree with me about it, but I feel like N8N and even this agent, the workflows, is just it's a layer for like it's gonna be gone in the future. The LLM will be really like more advanced by just prompting it what you need. It's gonna build the whole thing basically without even. But I don't know. I'm not sure if we're still going to use agents in the future.
That's kind of correct. However, it's like they are providing us a framework or a way to develop our own solution. So let's say we have a bare bones solution now, and if we want to develop a YouTube bot or something that is connected to our private techniques of SEO, let's say, then it's in our hands, which means that it is going to use our private data to generate the answers that are not available within the ChatGPT or in the LLM. Or let's say there are some features that cannot be suitable for LLM only. So, for example, let's say if you have a private website and you want to give the user the functionality to book an appointment, and you have a private system like cal.com, then you can connect cal.com MCP, and users can just query that I want to book an appointment with you, and the AI bot is going to do the hard work for you to go ahead, find out the time slot, and not only find out the time slot, but book it for you. So with the help of tools within the MCP. So I guess LLM itself is not gonna be that much powerful, but it will always need the tools and MCPs and agent to agent framework to accomplish these things.
Yeah, I mean it's a great because I'm going to ask you a question, but the reason I'm asking is just to understand a little bit more, right? When I see N8N or any workflow and you work in Claude Terminal, I look at it and I'm like, it's so easy for me is just take a picture and explain what I want, and it's going to build a front end for me to do it, or a script to do exactly what the N8N does. Like in the terminal, you would be able to do these things, but
Exactly. So in terms of vibe coding, yes. I mean, we could prompt the AI to do the stuff or complete the feature, but it comes to something that is already tested, verified, and 100% working. So at this point,
mm,
we are not 100% confident that if we say to LLM that we want to achieve this XYZ based on a screenshot, let's say some node functionality in the N8N, then yes, LLM can accomplish it, but there is possibility that it cannot. I mean, it will say, it will hallucinate that it did, but it will not. But with N8 and also with the MCP servers and also with the third party solutions that are already there, they are giving us the confidence and also the some sort of guarantee that they are going to work 100% correctly because they are already developed and already being tested by thousands and thousands of users. So that's why we are going to rely on N10 in some cases or pre-made solutions in some cases. Make sense?
That makes sense. So now you created an agent, like it could be a regular agent that, as you mentioned, let's say I am a dentist and we connect the calendar MCP to the agent, and then the user could be able to book an appointment and see what's the available slots in real time and book
Yep.
it, right? So,
Yep.
and how do you wrap this and put it on the website?
Yeah, sure. So if we want to embed it on a website, then we can go ahead and click on publish button from here. And we can name it. So let's say I can name it Rabih Assistant. I can publish it. Once we do that, we get a workflow ID and a version number. So this is the workflow ID that we can copy and paste it in the code. And I'm gonna show you a neat way to code it into your custom application. We can also specify the domain. So let's say if we want to let the AI to work on specific website, then we can do that. That way, we can be 100% sure that the requests are coming from our own website, not by third party, so that we are safe in terms of getting hacked. So we will copy this particular workflow ID, but here is the ChatKit quick start. So what you need to do, you need to code a nice little UI that will be embedded on your website or anywhere in the public page, and people are gonna use that and get the answer. It will be very similar to what we have in the Chat GPT. I'm gonna show you Widget Builder by OpenAI. That way, you will be able to see how it will look like on the public website. Okay, Chat Widget Builder. Here is the Widget Builder. So here I'm gonna click on this drop down and click on playground.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Is this a chat kit? Where did you, what was the URL that you got?
First of all, I clicked on this link, quick
Okay.
start link, and from here it took me on this page. And from here you can click on Agent Builder to go into Agent Builder, or you can go to the chat kit widget builder as well, and the link for that is somewhere here. So it is here, widget builder, explore chat kit UI, and we have widget builder. Once you click on that, you will get on this particular URL, and here we have three tools. One is the widget builder, and then we have a playground, and then we have the ChatKit World. And we are gonna go into this one by one really quickly. But this is how it is gonna look like when it is embedded on your website. So you send a message, hi, and it is gonna give us response just like how we have the ChatGPT. But you can think of customizing it, and customizing it is really easy. So we can specify the color as well. So for example, here you can say I can specify the color, we can specify the tint, shade, so many things to control with to make it look like your own branding. And then we have font family. We have font family as well. We can choose enter, we can specify the font size, we can specify the radius for the pills. So for example, if it looks rounded to you, you can make soft edges. And then we have greetings message. So let's say custom message, you can do that. Welcome to Rabi's assistant. Let's say you can do that. You can specify. You can create these custom suggestions. You can specify the starter prompts as several, none, so many options. And let's say if you go through all of these and are happy with what you need, then you can click on this code symbol, and then you can copy paste this code into your custom code. And now here comes the vibe coding power. what we can do, we can create a custom vibe coded page on our website. So right now, my website is completely developed in Next.js as a vibe coding product. I mean, I want to say that I created my whole website without writing a single line of code, and I did it in Next.js. What I'm gonna show you is that how to embed it or create it in our page. I am gonna use Claude for that, but before that, Ravi, please tell me if you have any questions so far, because maybe I'm going too fast.
No, 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 no. You get it. You give it a lot of valuable stuff, and I love it. I'm learning something new as well today. You
Okay.
saving me a lot of time on research and and
Yeah.
and this
And,
is great because everyone needs to have, they could have a chat system,
embedded on their website. Yeah.
yeah, embedded on their website. It's great. I mean, the possibility is big. This should be
Okay.
sometimes. I see it replacing the forms as well. Like, you don't need to have a form. You just need your own chat GPT, or I mean your own assistant in there that answers all the
Yeah.
questions and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely, we can create multiple workflows and embed it into certain scenarios so that it can filter out the incoming lead or something. Let's say if the user needs some basic information. I think this is really, really powerful and it's gonna be really interesting. So what I'm gonna do is I have this project already developed and done, but I'm going to create a new page in my website and add this chat widget there. So this is exactly how I am gonna prompt it. So let's type it out. I can say I want to embed ChatKit on my website and need you to carefully go through and do it as full page chatbot at /chatbot v2. Here are the instructions from OpenAI regarding how to embed ChatKit. If you have, now this is really important. I'm gonna say that if you need more information about ChatKit or Agent Builder, then you are going to use the Context 7. Context 7 MCP is really powerful if you are vibe coding, because it has all the information about the latest changes about the open documentation. So I can say if you have any questions about OpenAI Agent Builder or ChatKit, you can use context 7 MCP. And now I'm gonna copy paste the ChatKit documentation here. So I'm gonna copy this and then paste it here. It has all the context about what is ChatKit and how to use it, because this documentation shows the code as well. So it has all the context now. But if it need more context, then it is gonna use the context 7. So let's press enter, and now it is going to do the hard work for us and implement a new /chatbot v2 page and
Can you
embed
zoom in,
our
please?
yeah.
Just zoom in, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile, whenever it is building, let me show you the one more interesting feature of the ChatKit, and that is Widget Builder. Now, Widget
Mm.
Builder is something that is you can think about. Chat GPT only communicates in text as of today or as of now. But imagine, let's say, if we come again to the booking appointment example, and if user asks that what are the available time slots, and if it returns the response in plain text format, then it is not gonna be really interesting. What if the AI could give us the response in the form of UI? So it shows the time slots in the user interface or interactive way. Yeah, so for example, let's say we have this UI. Now this particular example is showing the agenda of our calendar today, but you got the idea that rather than just simply showing text to the user that today at 12 p.m. you have lunch, then you have Q1 roadmap review, this user interface is much better because it will be easier for the user to understand this. Now imagine this particular UI widget getting returned from the AI. User asks for the score of a match, or let's say if a user want to purchase a chair and you have a e-commerce store, and in the response you get this kind of confirmation message. Or let's say if we ask for a weather report today, then if it return the response like this, then it is way better. That's where the widget builder comes in. We can develop custom widgets that AI will send based on the user input, if it is appropriate. So we can
So
easily
just
develop
to
our custom. Mhm.
Yeah, just to recap what we're basically, just to see if I understand it well. So the widget is basically create a widget, and that would be, it will show up based on the question. Let's say as an example, you have the calendar question, the user asks the calendar question, and you have that widget set up in your chat, in your chat kit. It will show up with this UI design instead of just text.
Exactly, exactly.
Nice.
That's correct. So it will be more powerful because so far we are dealing with text, and we had to read or consume all the text information to understand that, which is a little bit more time taking as compared to a nice little UI that present the information in a nice way. So we can
Agree.
prompt it, and we can say you are gonna use this. I want to create this particular widget for this particular scenario, and it can vibe code this right within this particular window. Or we can develop a custom one as well. It gives us all these controls, the layouts, the typography, the content, and the charts, and the transitions. We have icons as well. We can use these icons. So this is, I mean, we are heading towards very interesting times ahead. And we have ChatKit World as well. Here they show a demo of what is possible with the ChatKit. So for example, we can play a game, plan a journey from us to go on. And here it is showing we can interact with this one from the left, and it shows the information on the right side. So for example, I asked, help me plan a journey to places I haven't been. You see the example of the UI. These are interactive elements. So let's say go on historical places. I can click on this one, and rather than typing here for the historical trails, I just clicked on it, and it is gonna plan it for me. So there are so many ways we can make our chatbots interactive and based on text only.
I like that. So the chat kit, what we're looking at is an actual example or a demo from OpenAI. Is that correct?
That's correct. So they developed a custom demo for us to test out that how powerful it is, and what kind of experience can be developed. So once I selected Egypt, now it is showing the Egypt map on the center, and we can interact with it. We can click a separate region as well. So let's say if I select Pakistan, it's showing the information there, and if I click on visit, it automatically send the prompt, take me to Pakistan, and then it is showing the Pakistan as the plus point because it is marking as the places that I have visited. So it is
Mm.
giving me information, everything about Pakistan. So that's how interesting it is.
So this is a custom demo. So if we go to
Mm.
ChatKit by itself, that's chatkit.world, you could create something similar. Let's say you want it to do for restaurants instead of countries.
Imagine that a chat widget or chat experience where user just asks that, let's say I'm non-veg and I want to have something from this restaurant. In the left hand side, it automatically navigates the user to the relevant items within the menu, or filter out the website for those particular items, and then show the information about those things in the right side. Imagine of creating customized experiences for the local businesses or for our own business as well. It's just like 2008 again. At that time, again, we had a lot of opportunities in terms of mobile apps were a big thing. They were just getting started. And right now, we are also in that moment again. We can develop so many things for the
Exactly.
clients and then get things done.
I compare it to the Bitcoin time. If you build, if you
Yeah.
SaaS developer and you want to, a full stack developer and you want to build tools, I feel it's the beginning of Bitcoin. Like, this is the time to build tools, and this is the time to build and ship fast. Just ship fast, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but ship it and work on it right away and keep fixing it.
So we have the chatbot ready, and let's see if it works or not. I'm gonna go to this page. I have the server running. Maybe I need to restart the server and see if it works. So we have chatbot v2. Okay,
It's good.
now as you can see, it's loading, and we can send a message to it. Remember, we used, by the way, I did not use the workflow ID so far, but I have the workflow ID for another agent that is integrated. So it's not gonna reply based on the Rabih's channel information, but let's see what it does. If we send hi, so it is gonna say hello. You can see
Yeah,
that it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
already
yeah.
there. I mean, we have things working.
Yes, this is working. Is it connected to the web too as well, right? This one is connected to the web search, I guess, right?
Yes, it is connected to the web
Yeah.
search.
What's the
The
latest
one
news
that I
today? So you could see what's.
where's
I mean,
the latest news today in US. Yeah. So yes, it is connected.
here we go. It's working.
So yeah, it's working. It is connected to the internet, and also you can see all the things. Looks like ChatGPT, but we can customize it in terms of colors. In terms of, I just shown
Beautiful.
you the playground, and we can copy paste the code from there. It shows the resources as sorry, sources as well. If we click on sources, it shows that all the information that it retrieved is from here. We can also add the retry button or try button in the ChatGPT, that it goes and then fetches the information. We can do that as well. We can copy this and then quote this inside the chat window as well. We can add the attachment feature as well. If you want to start a new chat, we can click on this one. Now, here is the interesting part. Let me ask a question. Do you want that we should create our chatbot to answer based on Rabih's YouTube videos? Isn't that gonna be interesting? And I can show you in 1 minute then how we can do that.
Yeah, yeah, we could. Yeah, I'm just assuming that you're gonna scrape all the transcribe the videos and basically have in files and put them in the agent that have access to the agent that anytime could access those.
Exactly, exactly. So let's show our audience that how to do it. Yeah, we have this YouTube channel, and we want that whenever a user asks the question, we want to generate a reply based on that. So we have this 43 minutes of video.
Mhm.
And if I click on this one, now, what we are gonna do is exactly what Ravi given us the idea. We are gonna grab the transcript of this video and then add it into our vector store inside the agent builder. And it might sound really fancy and really difficult, but it is not. I'm gonna grab the copy the URL of this video. From here, I'm gonna search a YouTube transcript downloader. We have this website. We have so many websites. I'm just gonna pick this one. It's just random thing. And then we can click on generate. We have the transcript at our end. And now what we are gonna do is we are going back to our agent builder and then click on Rabih's AI agent. And from here, I'm gonna click on tools, and then I'm gonna click on file search. And from here, I'm gonna upload the file that we can use. And to upload the file, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy paste the file, the transcript that we have, and save it as a PDF. So I'm gonna quickly save it as PDF. Do you know what you discussed in the last video?
The rice method.
Rice method.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna save this rice method.pdf, and I'm gonna click on upload and click on rice method, copy, and then it is just gonna vectorize this automatically in the backend. In technically vectorizing, but in simple words, you can think about it as creating vectors and chunking this large document into smaller parts. Just a minute. So let
I just
me.
found while you're talking, this is gonna be good for. I just want to add as much value for the for customers, for the viewers. I just found out an MCP server for YouTube's transcript, so I could share it right here. This way, you could use this GitHub basically as an MCP server inside the agent. This way you don't, you know, that makes it
Have to
even
go
easier
ahead and do
than what.
one by one. So it's just an example to show the vector databases. I mean, how the custom knowledge base works. We can click on attach for this one, and once it is attached, now if we ask the question, it is going to give us the answer based
Nice.
on this particular input as well. So because you have more context about what you talk about the rice
Yeah,
method,
yeah.
I guess can you give us the input question?
You could ask, what method did Robbie and Brian discuss in Rule Your
In
Day
the
project? Your Day
So
project.
here we go. So here we go. Now AI is gonna do the file search for us first, and then going to give us the response. In the Rule Your
There.
Day project, Ravi and Brian discussed the foundation principle of effective time management and productivity. They focused on methods such as setting clear goals. Is that true?
Yep, 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 yep. This is correct.
Wow. So that's how interesting it is. I mean, it is gonna go ahead and do the file research. I mean, for this particular case, using an MCP is way better because we will not have to go ahead and download all the videos, transcript, and upload because MCP can automatically go ahead and grab the transcript of the video. It is just to show you an example of how easy it is to develop a RAG solution using the agent builder.
And
So
this, yeah, and this can't be just for YouTube. That could be your, even your website, your PDF, your SOPs, your contracts, whatever your business or your niche is. You could upload the documents here. This is very, very valuable.
I just want to tell you a story. I am a Upwork freelancer, so I had a client, I guess 5, 6 months ago, and he had 400 to 500 PDFs based on his
Ooh.
company SOPs and rules that on which his company operates. So he wanted to create a simple chatbot that will be used internally, and he hired me for that. And at that time, all of these things didn't exist, and I had to charge him like $2,000 in order to develop the UI, the reg, the vectorization, the storage, security. I had to do a lot of things, but now this thing is can be done in like 10 minutes. This is so interesting. I mean, it is definitely gonna take jobs of so many freelancers like me as well. But at the same time, freelancers like me are gonna focus on something else, maybe developing their own SaaS project or maybe developing their own solutions or services.
And more productive, like
Yeah.
you feel, I feel sometimes I have an army behind me with all these AI agents and custom agents and cloud code. So that was a lot for me. It was great. It was very good, valuable information, and really, really appreciate you taking the time. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I guess I think we have given a good overview of all the things, but I think we can quickly go through the notes. This is simply just to add the notes. This
Yeah.
is we have just already explored the file search. It's something really similar to what we have just did. We have guardrails. Guardrails are just let's say if a user sends a message, we want to make sure that it is not something that is that we want to send it to LLM. We can filter it out. It will automatically decide it does not pass the guardrails, then it is not going to let the message to move forward. We have jailbreak things. We can specify if a user want to jailbreak it. Let's say if you have a master prompt and user want to achieve something other than the master prompt, this is something that is going to prevent it. We can specify if, let's say if a user provide the credit card number, we don't want to let it to be sent to the LLM. If a user send the phone number, we don't want to proceed it to the LLM. These kind of things can be controlled with the guardrail. We have MCP. The most powerful thing, we have if else condition, we have while loop, we have user approval. Let's say if we want the user to click on a
Wow.
button to approve, we can do that. We have transform data. Let's say we have a data that is needed to be transformed into other form. We have set state, so many things. And I guess in coming days, they are gonna release more nodes, and very soon we are going to get even more powerful agent builder.
That's great. So basically, I just want to recap. First of all, you build your own agent on Agent Builder. You go to platform.openai.com and agent dash builder, and then you'll be able to start building it right here. And then you copy the code and you put it on your website. Now you can change a few things, and correct me and cut me off if I'm saying something wrong. Basically, you can add UI widgets into that chat based on the widget that you showed us, and you could customize it in a different ways. You could add file search, as you mentioned, and you went through all the, and I like that it has a hallucination. This is, this could be valuable, honestly, to do like a full workshop for this, and because you can't
Yeah,
cover this in an hour. This is need to be,
exactly.
longer than that. But yeah, did I recap it okay, or
Yes, absolutely perfect. I think we did not emphasize more on the cost side. So it
true?
can be costly whenever you make it public. I intentionally made it public as of now because I'm using GPT-4o Mini, but very soon I'm going to put it behind the authentication. So meaning users will have to authenticate and then they will be able to use it, use the AI agent, because that way I will be able to develop a logic that measures that how much a user already used into my AI. I will be building a logic. Let's say if a user spend maybe 10,000 worth of tokens, then I wanna restrict them that you need to wait a little bit, or maybe I need to ask them to upgrade to a paid plan to use this AI. But this is also very important,
Very, very,
the
very
cost side.
valuable. Yes. I mean, I see it as, it's like I personally have multiple tools. It will be great to have the support system and the chat system first, of teaching them or showing them how to do things in the SaaS. So, right. It depends in the user case. It could be abused, as you mentioned, but thank you for the
Exactly.
heads up on this. So yeah, this is great, Shajil, today. I'm so excited. I mean, uh, happy that we actually did this today, and I know there's a lot of value in it, and hopefully we could come on the show one more time, maybe. And you
No
know
problem.
but
As
let me share
always.
something before we go, guys. Follow and like this video if you like it, if you find a lot of valuable things in it. And I'm gonna show as well, that's Learn with Shajil. That's his YouTube channel. Go check it out. You could learn a lot of valuable stuff from him. Go check his Facebook as well. That's his Facebook, Shajil Afzal. And if you need any help with Agent Builder and you think that's going to take you a lot of time to build, here's your guy to do it for you. Yeah, thank you. If you and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. Best of luck. And I'm very happy that I could add some value into your audience as well. And hopefully we will collaborate again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.